Irrelevant? I don't think so. But I think that is the perception of so many people about the Bible today. They think it is irrelevant. It is very far removed from our cultures today. It is very different from the societal values today. And it is also very much in a certain setting of a certain period of time. But it is not so, because if only you allow yourself to engage with the scriptures, you will find out that it is very much relevant to our everyday life. So you're welcome back to Explore the Word podcast, where we do just that. And if you are listening in or tuning in for the first time, you're welcome to. The aim of this podcast is to encourage you to develop your relationship with God through the study of His Word. Recently, I've been looking at the book of Kings, 1st and 2nd Kings, running down to Chronicles and to the book of Ezra, and I see a lot of history of the people of God, how the different kings came and went, and the activities of the children of Israel, the way they related with their neighboring countries, the wars they fought. And I'm just seeing that the happenings and the events and the things that happen in those their times is very much the kind of thing that happen today. Do we not have wars today? I'm just wondering, nations that go at war against another nation, most of the time they have very little or significant reason why you would say they need to resolve into into violence or warfare. Many of the causes of war, I suppose, it's possible to resolve them, diplomatically. We pride ourselves in the fact that we're living in a modern world and in democracy, yet a lot of things are not able to be resolved by democratic means. So we see that we're not very different from those people, the history of whom we're reading in the scriptures. Why? Because they're humans, and you and I are humans. The preacher says in the book of Ecclesiastes that there's nothing new on the surface of the earth, and he is absolutely right, because he was talking there about the nature of natural phenomena, the nature of man, the way things operate in nature, including the feelings of humans, you and I. Of course, psychologists knows that there is a certain way we respond to situations, and they can use that to profile somebody. And that is human nature, which we see reflected or presented to us in the scriptures very many times. So when nations go against another nation for war, what is the fundamental reason behind it? In most cases, is to expand territories. And we see that happening a lot of time. You see the kingdoms develop, and you see empires that rose up, written that we have the record of them in the scriptures. Why are those nations became powerful and they want to expand their territory and become the Lord of all the earth? Why is that the case? It's because human nature dictates for people that are in power to carry on increasing, and it is the same as we have today. So that human nature is still the same. Whether we are civilized or not, that never changes. And that is why when we look at the scriptures, we see the word of God that is described as a mirror, which will help us to see ourselves. My Bible is right here with me, and I see examples as I was reading earlier, the book of Chronicles. I was seeing a lot of warfares that people fought for no reason other than the fact that they want to expand their territory and become the King of Kings. So, human nature. And is that not the same today? That's the same with us today. It is absolutely the same today. So I want to just encourage you as a child of God, when you start spending more time in the scriptures, in all of the scriptures, you will begin to see how much value we have in these words that the Lord has preserved for us. And I hope this has been an encouragement to you. If you have benefited from this episode, please share with your friends and family. And if you would like more of my content, you can visit me on my YouTube channel, and I'll leave the link in the show notes. So thank you for tuning in for this episode, and I hope to see you next time or spend some more time with you for the next episode. And I'll say to you to search your scriptures for so many nuggets that we have been looking at in this podcast. And God bless.